this is mislabeled. These are industries from now on, not sectors. These are, each sector may have 5, 10 industries in it, so forth. 2 of the industries over the years have dominated, so we kind of set those aside. And I noticed Walmart would, I think, reports, or has in past years anyhow, reported in other, chosen to report in other miscellaneous store retailers and maybe other places. But it does have a substantial part anyhow, I would guess, of Walmart. So we track that pretty carefully. Grocery stores is another one that's always so big. If you put it in a table, it dominates everything else, so we talked about it separately. And that was okay because it was always up. In my history, this is the first time. This is the first drop I know about since I've been keeping them. I'm sorry, I'm hard to hear.
That's okay, me too. Do you include Walmart? Because a lot of groceries are bought.
I know that. No, we can't do anything about this. Unfortunately, in my opinion, the state controls this, the Tax and Rev Department. And for other things like employment, they tell you where you've got to put your category. They don't here, they leave it up to people. So they can do it and they can change, and I can't track it, and I really don't, that is non-disclosable information. You'll see in these things a lot of asterisks. That means it's either 1 or 2 companies dominate, and so if you talked about it, you wouldn't be fair to them. So there's a non-disclosure protection. So once again, we started, and Dick and I have, rather than look at 200 industries, we have chosen to pick the top 10 as both gainers and losers each quarter to get a perspective. So when you look at this, you'll see that special trade contractors and building, if you add those up, it would be about 8 million, or over half. So we said that's not reasonable. Let's adjust that table. So go down a little bit, please, Steve. So we have a table 6 adjusted now. We take those out. And it's not a surprise to Dick and I have been watching this lately, but telecommunications, I'll ask Dick if we have some time later to talk about what that is, but I think most of you have a feel. That is growing in Taos. It's now 7th out of 20. It's going to move, it was 9th, it's now 7th, and the way I look at it, it's going to be pretty soon 5th, so it's going to be a big player, quite likely, and that's a very interesting, as when we start talking about demography, recall that.
What's included?
Let's go on down, let's see. We're looking at losers now, the top 10 losers. Once again, we have the same situation where 2 industries dominate the losers. And they're almost always in that one and that one. They're in this index I showed you of tourism. So all that's saying is tourism, and we saw that in another display, is off. And losers and gainers now, when we make the adjustment, are about equal or a wash, but the net is down 3%.